Hey, how you doing? It's Khoa here. I just want to share with you a trick that I learned this week when I was pitching one of my products and services. So I had a lot of meetings in the city this week. Must have had about 20 meetings. So it was quite a lot, and everything was going okay. Everything was going fine until I had this one meeting that really messed with my way of thinking. So this person was really very well dressed, and she looked really good. She looked really good. She looked like a model, you know. And I'm usually used to talking to, you know, middle-aged men or older men. They're usually white male, 50s, 60s, and so forth, because they got a lot of money. They make a lot of decisions and so forth. And the thing with that is that I was really distracted by this really beautiful woman, but you know, it's just not something that I do every day. I don't tend to pitch to these type of, this is not really my target market. But anyway, I felt very, you know, I didn't say intimidated, but I just felt really distracted, to be short. So as I was talking and she was talking, you know, I was able to hold my ground most of the time, but I don't know, it just threw my game off. It really threw my game off. So when I walked away, I was thinking that meeting was terrible. It really sucks. I didn't do too well. I just didn't have my game on. I just wasn't in my element, and it just wasn't good, right? So, so instead of beating myself up and thinking, oh, you know, I'm a failure and so forth, I thought to myself, you know, what can I learn from this experience? What can I learn from this experience? And the thing is, there's always room for improvement. When it comes to sales, there's always room for improvement, but I don't want to go through this again where I feel intimidated, where I feel uncomfortable in these situations, because it's probably going to happen again, and I don't want to go through this again. So I came up with this idea of like this little hack during those moments when you're about to walk into an interview or walk into a meeting and you're about to pitch, but you're feeling very uncomfortable. So for example, if you walk into a very intimidating boardroom, if you walk into a room full of people who are look very intimidating, they're very powerful people, they're all wearing suits, they're all staring at you, and you have to deliver. What do you do? What do you do? What is the hack that enables you to stay comfortable and to pitch and to sell really effectively and with power and influence? It's death. That's the only thing, that's the only remedy that I can come up with is death. So when you think about death happens to all of us, unfortunately. We don't get to live forever. And the thing is, whatever you have right now, you're going to lose it at the end. If you think that you've got something to lose, you don't have anything to do, you're going to lose it all anyway. The money that you make in sales right now, or the houses that you have, unfortunately, you're going to lose it all. You're going to give it away to someone, and that's it. You know, your empire that you're going to build, you're going to lose it all. So everything that you do right now is temporary, and the self-improvement that you're doing, the sales that you're doing, you're going to grow. You're going to get good at your career, but at the end, you're going to lose it all anyway. So when you think of it like that, when you're about to go into that meeting room, and you're feeling stressed out, you're worried, oh, what's going to happen? I'm going to lose this deal, and that really freaks you out. Just remind yourself that you're going to die one day. You're going to die one day. You're going to die one day. And all that anxiety and worry would just dissipate, because what's the point of worrying about this thing or whatever's happening right in front of me? What's the point of worrying about it when I'm going to lose it all anyway? Let's say I do get the deal, fantastic, but I'm going to lose the deal at the end. Let's say that I don't get the deal. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to be gone anyway. So why even worry? You know, so when I thought about that, I just had this really, really powerful sense of calm and peace. And then my next meeting came up, and I was also faced with the same challenge. Straight away, my brain started thinking, oh, what happened if this happened? I'm going to be meeting with the managing director of this big, powerful organization. And I started panicking again. But then I thought to myself, hang on, I'm going to be dying soon, so let's not worry about it. And then when I went for the meeting, this person walked in he looked like Harvey Specter from Suits. He looked really powerful, really intimidating. He was the board member, or he was the CEO of this very big institution that was all across Australia. So obviously I was sitting in the boardroom, direct face contact with this guy, and then all of a sudden my brain started thinking again, oh, what's going on, all these type of things, a bit of worry coming up. But then I thought to myself straight away, I'm going to be dying soon, Then I relaxed. And when you relax, you're in that state where you're very calm, you're more creative, you're more resourceful, and it's just a lot more, you're in a better position to sell and pitch. And when I was doing that, I was going for it. I didn't care anymore. And when they asked me some questions, I fired back with pure confidence and power and persuasion. It was just incredible. It was incredible. And it just made me think that, it's all in your head. You can't, if this is like a challenge that you have to overcome in the world of sales, because you're going to come across different situations, different people, you're going to come across different environments, and those things that will affect you. And if you think about it, it's just something that's in front of you. It's just your interpretation of it that's really affecting you. So if you interpret it differently, then it'll affect you differently. It doesn't matter. Like a guy said, if you're sitting there in a really intimidating boardroom and it's affecting you, it's just your perception of that boardroom that's affecting you. But if you think of it differently, it's just a boardroom, right? And if you look at it differently, you'll act differently. So that's a little trick that I've learned. You need to really be resourceful. I'm sure that you've been through this before, when you're on the phone and you sound very confident. You're like a phone terrorist, right? And you're just on the phone, you're just hammering these people, and that's the times when you feel like invincible. Those are the best states to be in. They're the times when you want to be in that state nearly every time in all your sales situations, because if you're intimidated by a boardroom, if you're intimidated by the person in front of you, you're not going to feel confident and you can't pitch properly. And that's a problem. So make sure that that you always keep death in perspective, always keep things in perspective, and yeah, just always remember that you will die soon. So always remember that you will die soon. I know it sounds very morbid and very I don't want to think about this type of stuff, but face it, just face your own death, and you will find peace and inner you will find inner peace when you come across very scary situations. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and get some more videos, man. See you later.